Hello, my friends. It's me, Kae Pea, and a few other friends. We got Jack, Dana, and Wendy in the house. We're so excited to be here. Oh my gosh, this is a different ArtFoamies Fun Friday.
Friday.
So, and Dana was saying it was the 8th, but it is the 9th. See, you can see. All right, so welcome everybody. We are also excited to be here, sharing with you a special spotlight and some new stamps from Wendy. So say hello, everyone.
Okay, we're going to let the boss start.
Yes, I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to talk ArtFoamies. We definitely have some fun in store for all of you. I'm going to start by saying hello. Let me turn this camera around. You don't need to see my face anymore. We got better stuff to see. So, oh my gosh, yes, we have been having fun if you can't tell already. I'm going to start by saying hello to everyone. Catherine, Pam, Kristen. Usually I'm saying Jack, Dana, and Wendy, but they are here with me. So that is pretty fun. When they got here, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I actually have friends visiting. Anyway, so Catherine, Pam, Kristen, Catherine, Pam, and Kristen are chatty. Christina, Kristen, nice to have you here. Krabby Abby, Patty, Amy, Loretta, Puffer, Ellen, D. Ray, Sharon, Brianna, Karina, Bernadette, Dee, nice to see you. I haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're doing well. Terry Moore, Willa Wanders. Oh my gosh, Willa's in the house.
Woohoo!
Who else? Monica, Phyllis. Oh my goodness, Janice, Ginger. Who am I missing? Jody, Mary Lynn. I think that's everybody I see so far. If I missed saying hello, you know I'd never do it on purpose. We have lots of ArtFoamies to share with you this evening because we are having Jack and Dana's Spotlight stamps and Wendy's new collection. Now, normally I would not do that because a spotlight is supposed to be, well, spotlighting someone, but since they were all coming to visit me at the same time, I asked them special permission, and guess what? They were all super excited about it, and so am I. So I'm going to go through. I'm going to share with you first the Spotlight stamps from Jack and Dana, and then we're going to share some samples that Wendy did. And then we're going to take a little break. We'll have a numbers game. Then we'll come back and I'll share Wendy's new collection with you because Jack and Dana's Spotlight will be in the shop for 1 month. But Wendy's new collection is part of her permanent collection, okay? So without further blathering, I am going to start introducing to you Jack and Dana's stamps. And remember, their stamps from the pop-up will be available as well, okay? So you're going to show the sample after, right? Jack, after. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to just show you the stamps from Jack and Dana, and then they're going to come over and share a little bit of what they've been up to, and then what Wendy made as well, okay? And I'm sorry, we have been playing, so I have a huge mess, okay? And so I might be a little discombobulated. Do you have the house set together by any chance? Oh, yeah, because all my papers seem to be gone now. Well, you know what? I'm sorry, a little discombobulated here, but I am going to, thank you. I'll start with their original Spotlight stamps because remember, those are going to be back in the store for now. So we do have, thank you. We have their Just Breathe banner. And this, again, these were from the Mooney Spotlight, okay, or from the Mooney pop-up. We have her Peace Sunflower. This is Dana's because Dana loves sunflowers and loves peace signs. So they put them together, and this is their Peace Sunflower. And then the Be Kind. And where'd that? No, I don't have that one either. I promised that I tried to get organized before I came on. Oh, well, it's, yeah, I don't have this one now. It's in the bag, or I had them all in the baggie. Anyway, they had the Be Kind flower. And again, that was from their first, from the Mooney pop-up. All right, let me just go ahead and stamp this one since I don't have it stamped out. Who else? Who did I miss? Let's see who jumped on here. Lydia. Oh, Wendy's on here too. Hi, Wendy. Lydia, Kristen, Renee, Linda, and we got CK Art, Terry Moore, Sue, welcome. Colleen is CK. Oh, I'm sorry, Jack.
Oh, you're fine.
All right, so this is their Be Kind. And again, I know a lot of people have these three from our Mooney pop-up back in May. And that's their Be Kind flower. Okay, so set those aside. So those are back in store for now as well. And then, so... And Dana will talk a little bit about her inspiration after, but we have the No Place Like Home set, which comes with the three images. It's the rooftops, which I love, love, love this stamp. And there's No Place Like Home, and the little heart is heart and home. This border is about, get my ruler here. This is about 6 inches long by about an inch tall. The words are about 3.5 by about 1, and then you have the little heart and home that is about 3.5 by 2.5.
You forgot the hearts from the top.
Oh yeah, the hearts do come off the top. Thank you, Jack. So it's going to be a little taller, about almost 4 inches. So that's a set of 3. Whoops, wrong one. There you go. Like those. Then you have somewhere you can start to see a theme going here, right? You got the rainbow with the cloud. So again, another set of 3, and this one's a little bit bigger because they did design these to go over the houses, so they kind of all fit together. And this one is about 6.5 by about 2.5. You go, the little cloud goes on either side, but it just comes with the one cloud. And that's about 2 by 1. And you have the little birds, which I love, love, love these birds because we don't have any that are the left and right facing and this really nice size. So again, set of 3 somewhere over the rainbow. And then, oh my, you're going to have to show your monkey one. And then we have the magic wand. And do you have this actual stamp?
Yes.
The magic wand with You Had the Power All Along. And I have to admit, I love the way I stamped this. It's just with the neon blue, my Daylight Super Bright Blue Moon, and then over stamped with the pink crush, and it kind of gives it like that little 3-dimensional effect. If I had some 3D glasses, it'd be great. Anyway, so and I love this stamp too, just because again, you know that I love stamps that you can use portions of, and so this star spray is super cool if you want to just use part of it coming out of so many things, or great as a background. And all 3 of the sayings are pretty much the same size, so they fit with each other. Okay, so you got the magic wand with the star spray, and then you had the power all along. Again, size-wise, about 4.5 inches long by 2 3/4, and same with the Sains, around 4 inches long, okay, and about 1 inch high. Last but not least, and I didn't make a card with this because I was in the middle. We were talking too much, I'm not going to lie, but I was just about to get ready to stamp this little guy and paint him a bunch of different colors because I think you'd make the most fun sticker. And I'm going to let Jack show his sample. But this is the Flying Monkey. I think it wins the prize for most fun stamp and the stamp with the best sense of humor. Anyway, he goes with the saying, don't make me release my flying monkeys. Which, I don't know. We might all need that stamp right now. Oh, sorry. Janice Sigmund, thank you so much. And Phyllis, I hope I did not miss saying hello to you. Evelyn, it's okay. Never late as long as we're still on. We're still here partying. So there you have it. Don't make me release my flying monkeys. And Jack has such a great sample with that. And Wendy, Wendy, did you use that on yours? I can't remember now.
No, he's not on
Okay, no.
Jack was hogging it.
Well, we made
Sorry.
extras. Oops. Oh, God, I'm dropping everything everywhere. All right, I'm going to move out of the way and let Jack show you some things that he has been working on. And then we're also going to show you and share with you the sample that Wendy made because she just came right in and was like, give me Jack and Dana's stamps. I'm going to make some samples. All right, I'm relinquishing to Jack.
Hello, everybody. So, yes, this is the Flying Monkey, and I don't know if we're going to get Dana to say anything or not, but she has the fondness for her home of Kansas, and also the Wizard of Oz, which kind of is the if you haven't caught that theme yet, you've not seen the movie or something's wrong. Anyway. Yes, the little monkey guy here is a lot of fun. Wendy pointed out that you can just do the face, and I tried that, and it turned out embarrassing, so I'm not going to show that.
I think it's so funny.
Okay.
In a cute way, show it.
Maybe. Okay, so here's my attempts at using just the face. I need to work on that. And clearly, the body was not...
It's a chunky monkey.
It's a chunky monkey. Yeah, it's something. And don't get confused here. We made the don't release my monkeys a little smaller to fit better.
Yeah, I think I used the large one. I didn't have the small one. I think I accidentally threw the small one away.
Okay, well, it's here somewhere. Anyways, it does fit. Instead of fitting off the ends like this, it'll fit underneath the broom and all that. So, and then here's the you had the power all along, and I just put a gold. I don't think you can see it very well on the camera, but it's a gold shimmer behind that. And then this was just using the stars. With various colors in the stamp, and then a neon green and yellow behind it, just to make a nice little field of stars. So,
well, I love that you can use that just as a star cluster.
Actually, I didn't point that out in my the stars here behind the monkey are that other stamp, and that worked out pretty well. So then I have, oops, gotta go the right direction. I appreciate how well Kae Pea is organized with her artwork and stuff as she's presenting. And this is the little house. I was just doodling and got the door all crooked and everything, but we'll have lots of fun with that. We purposely left the side blank and there's just a heart and then the heart's up here, so that you can make it whatever type of house or whatever, if you want to put a saying in there or what have you. But we just thought it would be, better left to the imagination of the user to come up with that. So
Yeah, that way you could put the door like on either side, or if you wanted window, just whatever. Like you said, you could put a,
doors,
sayings,
windows,
whatever. Yeah, collage.
do it up as
Somebody's asking where the peace sunflower is because they can't find it on the site.
Okay, Tom, I'll have to have Mr. Moon fix it up, but I'll have him make sure it's there.
Okay. And then, Dana, you want to show this one?
Sure, I'll do it. Yes.
We are going to get Dana
welcome,
to
Dana.
speak. Yes, welcome, my lovely wife.
Hello,
The
everyone.
inspiration and creative part of all of this.
Wendy was kind enough to make this sample. Isn't this beautiful? It covers just about everything except the flying monkeys, I think. The main source of inspiration for this is my love of Kansas. I was born and raised there until Jack brought me to Indiana 33 years ago. So I've always loved sunflowers and peace signs and The Wizard of Oz. And when Wicked came out, it really brought up the love of the original movie for me. And I wanted to bring forth the overriding themes of there's no place like home. And you had the power all along. And of course, that's the fun part. Somewhere over the rainbow, and then the flying monkeys, which I've always thought was a funny phrase. But I hope you enjoy these as much as we've enjoyed making them for you. And if you have any questions, let us know.
Yeah, talk about the rooftops because I love
Oh,
how.
Kae Pea loves these. Can you see the rooftops? Now I'm covering it up.
And then they just
This
are like
is the rooftop.
But I love how you can extend it or just.
You know how the song Somewhere Over the Rainbow, high above the chimney tops, that's where you'll find me. And Kae Pea did this one of just the rooftops, which I think is so pretty and really imaginative. And I think it's her favorite one.
Yeah, well, I love how Wendy like drew them down.
Yes, and then Wendy took the rooftops and made houses out of them, with flowers and the sweet little bluebirds with their cheeks. And it's just so precious. I just love this. And it's got the stars and the rainbow and hearts and just makes me kind of miss home.
Oh,
It does.
We didn't want to get you choked up.
I know, it chokes me up. So thank you. I'll turn this over
Thank
to
you
Kae Pea.
so much. Mwah.
There's no place like home.
Oh gosh. Okay, and then somebody was asking about the Linda says, "Oh, we can get artists to create our samples for the spotlight." Yeah, as long as I get the stamps done in time. Anyway, so Megan, thanks for coming. Oh my gosh, yes. Let us know if you have any questions. I know Wendy just told me that somebody was having trouble finding the original 3 designs, or at least this one. I will make sure before the end of our live that they are accessible. Okay, I don't know. Maybe they're in a different category or they somehow didn't get turned back on, but I will make sure that that Mr. Moon takes care of that. Okay, thank you, Jack and Dana. I love your stamps and I love you. I thank you so much for coming and being here and being part of my Mooniverse, and also for having the spotlight. All right, so let me get a new piece of paper here. And also, let's see. Oh, yeah, somebody says ruby slippers.
Should have done that.
Yes, rubies. Next time, okay? Linda says, nice, Jack and Dana. All right, so thank you again. We are, I'm just going to let you know, we're going to play the numbers game before I show off Wendy's stamps and talk about Wendy. And we're going to be doing a giveaway again for another $20 gift card. Plus, Wendy has goodies she'll share with you when she comes over here. She has a giveaway as well. So just one lucky winner though. Okay, we can't call numbers all night. So go ahead. Between 1 and 100, the closest person to the number without going over will win the $20 gift card and Wendy's special giveaway. Go. And we're going to go until 4:24. Okay, it's 4:21 right now. Sharon, 12. Renee, 13. Ginger, 2. Bernadette, 59. Terry, 18. Alora, 32. Lydia, 9. Krabby Abby, 27. Catherine, 42. D. Ray, 29. Becky, 17. Susan, 17. Amy, 4. Janice, 26. Sue, 69. Lee, 21. Kristen, 77. Kathy Berg, 15. Jamie, 37. Kathy Bernard, 56. Karina, 15. Brianna, Orange Spiral, 3. Patty's Vintage Shop, 20. Christine Schiaffo, 11. Kristen Hunter, 43. Christina, 79. Puff, 77. Pamela Shales, 10. Linda Finney, 99. Jody, 16. Mary Lynn, 12. Ellen Bush, 14. Monica, 58. Maureen, 72. Sharon Eberlin, 75. Yolanda, 5. Anita, 6. Megan Lochner, 47. Phyllis, 99. Sherry W, 57. D, 37. Pancake and Lulu, 7. Gail, 18. Jody, 16. Okay, one more minute. Jody is the last number called. If you did not hear me call your number, please put the same number down again. If you did not hear me call your number, don't change your number, even if you got the same as somebody else, because it's just the first person that I call. So Catherine Llewellyn, 54. No changing numbers. All right. So no more numbers. It's 4:23. The last number called was Acme Post at 83. And we do have an on-the-nose winner. And that on-the-nose winner is Catherine Guerrero. Yay! Catherine Guerrero wins a $20 gift card plus whatever goodies that Wendy has, okay? And they are good. Wait till you see. All right. All right, not they. I need to write your name down or I will promptly forget. No offense, but every week I'm like, where's that note? Who won the numbers game? Catherine G, and you get the $20 gift card. Wendy gift. And also, Wendy, if you do want to leave it here, I can mail it out. Okay. So congratulations. Thanks for playing. Our next round of Art Foamies is from the Wendy Aspinall Bliss Angel Studio collection. We are so excited to be adding to her collection because we love Wendy and her images and all of her art. Okay, I don't have them in any kind of order, okay? They're just here piled up because we've been playing. So we have first up Soul Sister Shit, which, sorry if it's, a bad word, but we love it. And you can always take off the shit if you want. But anyway, beautiful faces. And I know, actually, you can laugh at this because Wendy will be teaching at her retreat coming up in June. And this is a special stamp that isn't this like your kind of a special thing?
The reason it's called Soul Sisters Shit, because last year when we were talking, somebody said, oh, we're so good, we all kind of get together and we don't see each other for a year and it's almost like sisters. And I just said, that's what the retreat's all about. It's Soul Sister Shit. And it kind of like became, every time someone saw me, they shout, Soul Sister Shit. And I thought, oh dear, I need to have this done.
But I do feel like even though we weren't on the in joke, okay, but even though, and I don't know if you could all hear that or not, but, like all of us can kind of relate, right? We all have our soul sisters and we all go through some soul sister shit. So I think it's awesome. I love it. And wait until you see her samples. Really, really beautiful. And again, of course, you do not have to have the words on there if you don't want, but I like them. Anyway, and you're going to show off all your samples, right? Okay. Yeah. No, it's great. Okay. So that's one. And then, you all loved her birdcage girl. And what did your other girl say? Like her other girls, and this one goes with it. And they're all up on, on the website, so you can look at them. She really goes so nicely with her other girls. And that's Groovy Baby. So you got another hippie chick. Oh, yeah, because hippie chick, right? Hippie chick and Groovy Baby, right? I know, I love it too. And those glasses, you just can't go wrong. You got a stack of birds, her funny birds. And I love this set, actually, because first we did it, and we just did the one bird. And then she said, oh, you know what? It's kind of big. I think I want a smaller bird. Or was it, or vice versa? Bigger. Vice versa. She wanted, and so I said, oh yeah, we'll just make it bigger, whatever, smaller. And then when I saw them together, I was like, oh, we just have to have both because they just stack so dang cute, right? Don't you love them together? So, and that's and I don't even have the names. Do you have them pulled up on the website by any chance? The names, because I'm just here having way too much fun with my friends and not really working like I should. Anyway, teapots, because, she's a Brit. She has to have some tea, right?
They are called Wacky Birds.
Wacky Birds, okay? Wacky Birds for wacky times. And we got some teapots. And, oh, my gosh, wait till you see what she did with the teapots. Ugh. It's, again, one of those things I saw it, and I'm like, why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I do that? Anyway, yes, Catherine. I know what you're going to get with your $20 gift card. I mean, not that you can't get more than 2 birds, but Anyway, teapots, such a cute size. I also love it because, of course, you can cut the little lids right off and have like little sets. Be so cute. And these are nice size. I haven't been calling out the sizes, but this is about 3 by about 3.5 ish. So really nice size. You got some mushrooms, a little mushroom house, a little mushroom cap. And these, I will say, go so cute with, oh gosh, we have so many. But Wendy also has like the little mushroom village. So this makes extra little, little things for, fairies and stuff to hang out on. And speaking of that, not to give away too much, but please be watching for one of the upcoming spotlights with one of our soul sister artists, Bev Gwen Jones. She'll be coming up, I think, in July. I can't remember the exact date right now, but be watching for her because she has some other really great things that are going to go so amazing with Wendy's. That's all I'll say. Okay. All right, so we got that, and these come, are these a set on there? Yeah. So the mushrooms are a set, the teapots are a set, and the birds are a set, okay? Groovy Baby is by herself, and then we have another small Frida, which, oh my gosh, so cute. And if you loved the recent Patty McFarlane Pato release, she goes so good with that Frida. Size-wise and just, sort of aesthetic-wise as well. So this says, I paint flowers so they will not die. And this is called Frida Paints. Also in a nice big size because, we often have to do that because we have so many doll makers, right? So we are offering her in the size similar to the ones that just came out with Patty McFarlane also. Okay, so that is, and then oh no, and I'm forgetting a couple of my favorites. What? We have, and what's the name of this one?
Spiraling.
What is it? Spiraling imprint pad, which Wendy, she asked me, she did this and she's like, I really want this to be an imprint pad. So it is a lot different than a lot of ours, but I do think it is so cool. Oh my gosh, because you can use it in so many different ways, so many different pieces as a complete background, cut it all up, use it to overlap. Oh my gosh. Anyway, and this is only one I actually stamped in rainbow, but all the imprint pads are 6x8. Okay, so we got a 6x8 spiraling imprint pad. And then last but not least is, what's this one called, Wendy?
Wildflower Wall.
Wildflower Wall. And it's a little smaller. I think it's about 5 by 7. And then here, I used it a couple places. I used a part of it on this coaster that we did the other day. So you can see that there. And then I haven't finished her yet, but I did stamp that as the background on this large Frida. So there you have it, the whole fantabulous collection. And I am going to relinquish the camera to our friend Wendy so she can show you all her beautiful samples. See, I got off scot-free this week.
We'll make
Anyway,
it up again.
I know. All right. I love you all to the moon and back. I'm going to move over and scooch you off my stool here so that Wendy can show off her stuff. I'm going to put this here just so you don't have a blank screen right now.
Okay. Jack, that's yours.
All right, here we go. Welcome, Wendy.
Hey. Hi, guys. Hey, Wendy. Woo. And I'm on the slidey step. Okay, I want to admit something. I want us all to apologise for Kae Pea for losing things in this studio. This studio hides things. I put my glasses down and I couldn't find them. So I think it eats things.
See, she's trying to say it's not
It's
always my
not
fault.
Always Kae Pea's fault. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show, this is Catherine's prize. I made a little doll.
Oh.
So I will make sure Kae Pea gets this sent to you, Catherine. So you've got a little Frida doll.
Yes, thank you.
That's
I'll put it.
Okay.
I'll put it with your order, Catherine, after you use your
okay,
gift card.
so I'm in no order, which is I
Oh,
know
let me
that's
move
not
this.
going to be any help to you at all.
That's okay.
But okay, we'll just
Just
go
go.
through. We'll just go through them.
Mm.
Okay, so this was aspiring. This was kind of inspired by the ocean, because I was like doodling and I just thought, oh, I'd like an ocean. I don't know, ocean. It just reminds me of the ocean for some reason. I don't know why. But it's very organic. You can see I did it with some gold paint, and this was just on a piece of the round watercolor that Kae Pea had. But it was fun to just paint, just doodle and put lots of colours on.
I love
So
it in
I
the
have several of
brown, and I
those
love
'cause I
it in
enjoyed-
also the
So let
more
me-
earthy tones.
Let me find the other samples of that.
Right there under.
There, see this one, and this one was completely different. This is much more watercolor and ocean.
That looks like
Ocean.
an eye.
Yes, it does. Yes, it's because I think it's because it's brown, but you can't see it on camera. But it's all sparkly because it got
A
splattered.
little bit. Oh, I love it.
And then, of course, I like having backgrounds, things that I can cut up and use for dexes and things, so I can just cut a little bits out and just splatter loads and loads of paint. You can see it can be used, printed out lots of times, and it just looks like it's one big. And then completely different. Then you do something else where you overdo it, and you get
Yes.
even more patterns and more things coming out. So again, you wouldn't think it was the same stamp, but again, it is the same stamp, and it's just keep printing it out over each other, so you get little bits and areas. And it also, if you can see, I used the flower wall in gold over it too.
Oh, yeah.
So you've got double things.
Mhm.
And again,
It's just amazing how the color changes.
You can
makes
just
such a difference
do
too.
completely different and just do dashes and dots to fill in the space. And then we did a flower wall, and the flower wall, all of them started like this, which I think is actually beautiful. Just doing it with the Durint in a blue and just over stamping, so you're just getting lots
Love
and
that,
lots of
just
depth.
in the monochromatic
And
colors. Great.
And there it is painted, so that blue gives you more depth, and it's in. And that was just splattering lots and lots of watercolor over it. And then we've got another colorway, and again another colorway, and then we've got one more. And so I went a bit crazy with this one because I did really enjoy playing with it.
She likes ArtFoamies.
I like ArtFoamies. I don't know. I got this thing for ArtFoamies. And what can I say? I have another postcard somewhere because I just thought, oh, that'd be a really nice postcard to send to somebody. It really helps if you don't get it on the other side though. So I'll put that in with Catherine's present, and then she can send it to somebody.
Okay.
So that was Flower Wall. Again, having lots of fun.
Catherine might not actually get it. No, I'm just kidding.
I have another one somewhere.
I'm just kidding.
And then I've only just got.
Oh, show that.
This.
No, those Soul
These.
Sister shits.
Oh, okay. So, yes, the Soul Sister. Find them all. Yeah, it's not easy for me to say, Soul Sister. Shh. Okay, so what I wanted to do is to show you that they don't have to be painted literal. So there they are, usual my holiday themed, and I just printed the faces out. I didn't put the hair, so I just really stamped the faces and then drew in the rest of the details, changed the hair completely, and I just cut the hats out on different paper and then glued them on. So we now have some spooky sister witches, and then we have another version of it, a bit more brighter colours for those who don't like Halloween. And then we have some fairies. Again, you don't have to put the words on. You can just not do the words at all and just add some wings. And I like that you can actually change the hair. This hair can go more swirly. This one can come down and be added onto. This one can be added onto. So you don't have to print it as literal.
I need to look at them literally again.
Yeah. And so this one's on a piece of media board. Messed about. So you can see, you can compare that I added here. And I had added a little bit more onto a hair down here, and I brought this hair down, and this went up and twisted round. But I see no reason that if you don't stamp that piece, you could actually have the hair going that way too. So that it's flexible, that you can, and you don't have to have the scallop on the end. You can just have it. And this is just washi tape glued on.
It's gorgeous. I love that.
Then I felt I needed to add to my girls because they've been very good to me. Those groovy girls. You're going to find the other ones. Yeah. So I wanted another one, and she definitely needed some psychedelic glasses. Oh, why have I gone off?
What happened?
Kae Pea, I've gone off.
Oh,
I can't see the screen.
Oh, it went off? What happened? Oh no! It just went off?
I've only just looked at it and thought, oh, it's gone off. Is anybody saying it's gone off?
Oh gosh. Oh, no, there it is.
No, okay. Did we go off?
Oh god,
Okay.
it scared me.
You scared us. Okay, so there's the groovy girl. I just, she's a bit of fodder.
Oh, they said it reminds them of Practical Magic.
Practical Magic. Oh, the witches.
Yeah.
Yes, the sisters. Which is probably one of my favourite movies.
Me too.
And I've just started reading the books. If you haven't read the books, I suggest you go get them. I've read the first one, and I'm really getting into it. So a groovy baby. Again, she doesn't have to be. Oh, so here's the originals. This is what does that say? Love and peace.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the girl with the bird cage, and I think we have one more.
Yeah, I thought you have. You have her, but I thought you had.
Yes, and I think I have another one. I thought
Well, you
it was
have a lot.
4. Yeah, I think there's 4.
Here you go.
Yeah. So there's 4. So there's now 5 of them. They're a trio of 5.
Well, it can't be a trio then.
No, it's not a trio. What is a 5?
Party of 5.
A party of 5. So you've got the girls, and they're all roughly about the same size.
Yeah.
So they fit. So
Mm-hmm. That's why I remember I said, I think she needs to be bigger, but then I compared and I was like, no, she's perfect.
No. So she's exactly the same size as the other girls, and she fits perfectly on a card or on this. I think this is a
5x5
5x5 board. So that's Groovy Baby, because really I am a 60s chick. And then let me show you. I did Frida. And the reason I did Frida, I wanted to do a Frida when we did the Frida celebration, but I was too slow. So we kept her in the background, and I think she's the same. She's roughly a little bit bigger than the the other girls, but she's kind of the same theme. But as you can see, you can change her up. You know, just add a little bit more on her eyebrows, add some more flowers to her, change her dress out. So she's very flexible, that you don't have to put the I paint with flowers, which is a direct quote. So I've got that and that, and then of course I spoke to Kae Pea and said, I need to make a doll. Can I offer it in a bigger size? So I, purely for my benefit, and so we made her bigger, and I've just printed her out. This is just a head size because I hadn't got any paper big enough. And I could have given you bigger paper. Yes, I know. But, this is her face. And this is with the next stamp.
That's the one with the teapots. I said, I wish I did it. It's so cute.
And I don't have any samples of the teapots because I altered the size on Kae Pea. So this is the size, which I think, what are they?
They're about 3.5
inches. Mm-hmm. So they fit on the head, but also they'd be really cute on a card with tea time or pouring some love or something. Little sentiment. T-shirt. Okay, so that's her.
She looks like a geisha, kind of.
Yes, I don't know.
I love it.
Kind of Japanesey looking. Yes. Mm-hmm. She's almost got an annual. She's almost. I'm looking at her now. You know how I like to look at my stamps and change them around. I'm just thinking, if you got rid of the flowers, didn't print out the flowers, and you put some ears on her, she'd make a very cute panda.
Oh yeah, yeah.
A bear, because her nose is kind of like that. You could actually make it into a humanized animal. If you wanted to.
We have to make a doll like that.
Oh, I can make a doll like that. And then the other ones, the last one, is this the last one? They are the last ones. The last ones are my shrooms.
Which are so cute.
Which,
before you go on, Wendy, somebody wants to know, Phyllis wants to know what paint you used on the teapot girl.
On the teapot girl, this is this one, yes, this one. It's this one she's talking about.
No, with the teapots on the head.
With the teapots on her head, yeah.
Yes, okay. I used all of the Jane Davenport layer cakes on her, and then the watery this behind is watercolour, and I've just gifted Jack and Dana and to Kae Pea with some new paints I've just discovered called Pop Art, and I still can't see the picture keeps going. I don't know why.
You're still on there.
I still am.
Oh, did it go back?
Yeah, it went off again.
I wonder what's happening. You're not touching anything,
I don't
so
think
I don't.
so.
There's nothing.
Maybe when I'm picking those up,
maybe
that's what it is. Okay, this which is Pop Art liquid watercolor, and we're all saying how great they are because you can layer them over the watercolors and Jane's, and they're not translucent, so they add another layer over the top and give you a bit more color. So that's why when this looks a little bit darker, that's what I layered over the top to give myself. And here this was an orange and this was an orange,
and they're kind of like, it's kind of hard to explain those paints. They're not very workable, they're very different. They're not like any other watercolor I've ever tried.
So I got them at Blick's, so if you want to go look and try them out, I don't get any money from Blick's, maybe I'll talk to them, but I'm trying them out to see what I think and giving them away to Jack and Dana to see what they think. I'm interested in them. They're very...
Well, we love our neons.
We like
and
they're
our
all
brights.
neons, so they're bright and colourful. So that's what I used on Teapot Girl.
But with layer cakes, right?
With layer cakes and watercolours. The last ones are my shrooms. So this was using Kae Pea's technique of doing your background, loading your background up, and then just doing it in black gesso. White gesso first, then black gesso to get this three-dimensional look about it. And I was just being silly. I was just making Zen bubbles and just thought, oh, they need a little mushroom on, and then I've just got some fodders in pale colours because I was enjoying making them, and that's when I first got them, and that was just plain.
I was trying to find your other mushroom stamp, but I
City.
can't find it. I don't know why.
It's around somewhere.
Yeah.
It's in the studio, being eaten. So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, that's the collection. I hope you enjoy them as much as I've had fun playing with them.
Yes.
And yes, tag me when you make something, because I'd love to see what you make with them and have some fun with them. And it's lovely to see you all, and see you again soon. Bye.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Ooh, so fun. And now look what she left on my desk. Do you think she's going to get it all back? Maybe. Maybe some of it. Anyway, absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So thank you. Of course, not only for all that work, Wendy, but for presenting it. And love it. Again, I'm just going to show you the big boy, the big girl. Okay, so where's the other Frida? Did I grab her from you or no? I was going to compare them, but now I can't find the other Frida already. Well, here it is. You can see the size difference. Okay, so she's about, I think 12 inches. Let's see here. 11 inches. So this is almost exactly the same as the large Patty McFarlane that recently came out. So if you are a doll maker and you love, the Fridas, of course, they would be so cute. Wendy got Patty's also, and I think she's going to make dolls with both. So I can't wait to see. So thank you all so much. I am just going to pull this out really quick because we have to do a tiny bit of makey, right? And I'll just share this with you. Actually, a couple things. I didn't even show this. This is something I have been working on with all of Jack and Dana's. I was going to try to do like a big kind of surreal piece, but I am not done. This is just my base layer. I started it on watercolor canvas with watercolor, but I think I'm going to mix media it up and do a bunch more layering over the top. But I did use quite a few of their stamps. As you can see, here's the rooftop border, the somewhere over the rainbow, the birds, the house, and then her her past sunflower peace sign, and the no place like home. So I will continue working on this, and then I'll share a picture when I'm done. All right. And then this is one I was working on with Wendy's large Frida paints and her wildflower wall of wildflowers, right? And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to show this share this piece with you is because it is stamped on Clayboard. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that. Or how many of you have actually worked on Clayboard, but what Clayboard is a hardboard panel, and it is coated with kaolin clay, baked at a high temperature, and then sanded fine, or finely sanded, whatever, so that it is a very smooth and accepting surface. It takes inks and paints really well. It is very porous, so like you can keep layering on it. It also is sort of a slick surface, so like you can really manipulate stuff on the surface of it. You can see here I did get a little ink. This is stamped in the Daylight Super Bright ink for the background. And then the girl is just stamped in my Moonlight Night black. And you can see it's a little, I got some ink here and there. You can, the nice thing about it is that you can remove ink from the surface. I will take a little baby wipe and a little rubbing alcohol, and it's pretty forgiving. You can actually move some of that ink off the surface. Now I don't like to do that a lot because it will sort of affect it'll affect that clay, but if you just do it a little bit, it's okay. So I'm just going to get that kind of cleaned off. The other thing I really love about this surface is that you can subtract from it as well. When I say that, I mean you can carve into it. And so that's kind of fun for getting things. I'll just kind of show you. I'm going to take my little pokey tool here. And you can see, for example, let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit. Where's my zoomer? Oh, there we go. So like I have the black obviously stamped. If I want to just take my little scraper, my little pokey tool, you can remove some of that color. So like for the gleam in her eye, maybe I just want to pull a little of that out. You see that? Makes just small little detail, but makes a really pretty big difference. And then of course you can go in and paint. You can use your watercolors, acrylic, pretty much any, you know, whatever you want on here. I'm trying to think what I wanted to use. I think I'm going to just try a little layer cake first. I haven't really, to be honest, I haven't tried layer cakes on here. Have you ever tried layer cakes on Clayboard, Wendy?
I have. The reason I like Clayboard, and I don't know if you've noticed it, when you're using watercolours, because the clay is a clay, it almost makes the watercolours act like layer cakes. It almost makes them, I think it's almost like mixing in gesso or something with the watercolour. It makes it a little bit more, gives it a bit more body.
A little more like opaque.
A creamy,
yeah.
A creaminess.
For watercolor,
watercolor,
not layer cakes.
No, I've not. I have used layer cakes on there, but I didn't notice it made any difference to the consistency. But layer cakes and watercolors go beautifully on those Clayboards.
Well, I just feel like, you know, I wasn't honestly sure how the layer cakes would go on the Clayboard because it is kind of a slick surface, but it seems to be grabbing okay. Yeah. I think when I use watercolor on the Clayboard, I find that I have to really build up the layers more. Don't you? Do you find that?
Well, I do that anyway, but it just soak in. It kind of, that's what I'm seeing. It kind of makes the watercolor creamier.
Yeah,
so
it like almost mixes or something with the. I don't know. Yeah,
it makes it kind of creamy and then goes in and then gives you a bit more. This colour seems a little bit more muted because obviously it's white, and so you're mixing white into whatever colour you add in.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. So Jody says, can you use alcohol markers on Clayboard? You can. You can, and you can get some really nice effects with like alcohol inks and alcohol markers, but just know, again, keep in mind that it is a very porous surface, so it is gonna suck in some of that color and it might not look quite as bright or as saturated. And I do really like using inks a lot on my Clayboard too. And I don't know how many or if any of you remember back when I had Rubber Moon and I did a class called Painting by Moonlight. And it wasn't really painting, it was using ink. And I actually think I still have a sample of that. So this is all done just with inks on the Clayboard. Okay, just by stamping and kind of mixing your ink. So I always love experimenting that way similarly, you know. I also will mention that it is a really forgiving surface because you can really move your media on there. I'm actually going to use a little bit of ink here. I'm using my little pink Daylight Super Bright and an ink pick, and I'm gonna just do that. Maybe also mix it with a little white. I just mixed that pink and some white ink. I wanted it to be bright and opaque. Not the quickest way to get a lot of color in a spot. Take the smallest brush you can. So cute. I think I'm going to also pull out a little bit of the color out of her eye here, so that I can just give it a little bit different of a look. And we'll give her some brown eyes. Ah, so cute. Her face is so sweet, Wendy.
So cute.
We're doing the big one.
Mm-hmm. Again, you can't fake the layers. You gotta, you'll see it kind of starting to soak in a little bit. Just go back and give it a little zhuzh.
You have some questions about how the background was done.
Oh, the background. Yeah, I just stamped her in black. Okay. I masked her off. Actually, I still have it here. So I stamped her first on the Clayboard. I made a mask. I covered her this way. Okay. And then I took that big wildflower wall. I inked it up using my Daylight Super Brights, just with a little of the green, a little bit of the blue, and some of the pink crush. You can kind of see where I, put my colors, and then I just stamped it multiple times and took away my mask. And so, of course, now I can even go back in with, more inks or paints. I think I'm actually going to take watercolor. And, I should try that new watercolor Wendy just brought. Where's that blue? Let's give it a whirl. Oh, Jody, thank you. Yeah, super fast and easy. Again, I literally just took my my little mini ink foamies, and I rubbed green, blue, and then dabbed the pink onto the flowers, and then just stamped all over. You know that if you have a little bit of color still left on your stamp, and you don't want to re-ink it, if you just spritz it with a little bit, and I'm talking about the Daylight Super Brights specifically, if you then just spritz it with a little rubbing alcohol, you can get another. That's how I ended up, kind of over stamping it a couple times. So honestly, I feel like I want to color in her her top here. And you know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm just going to mask this off. So I'm just going to do a little cheaty mask, okay? Puffer, I don't know if we still have any ink picks or not. The last time I bought them was the last time I could get them. So if I do, there should be, I think on ArtFoam, I'm not sure, I'm sorry. I'm saying I think they're here, but then I don't really know. You can look on ArtFoamies and Moon in the Maker. I'm sorry for not knowing. All right, so that's just my cheaty way of masking off. And then I'm going to use her imprint pad. And I'm just going to ink it up again using my little Super Brights and my ink foamies here. Oops. What am I doing? Everybody's so quiet. Are you arting? No, you're just watching. What are you doing? Oh yes, I am deeply enthralled. I thought you were making more samples. No? What's Wendy doing?
I was going on to Instagram to see if I can get my Instagram to go on, but it's not playing field.
And I don't know why I'm doing rainbow. I guess I'm just used to doing that. I'm going to spritz it with a little alcohol here. Make it a little brighter. Just going to.
Deborah says that.
Oh, Deb, thank you so much. Yeah. So ArtFoamies has ink picks in stock. Cute, right? Oh. Oh, okay, so it did soak through my masks a little bit, but guess what? A little smudge of rubbing alcohol, and we'll just pull that right away. Okay. Can even kind of dab at that a little and smudge some of that color in there. And I'm going to take some of this new watercolor that Wendy just brought me, and we're going to try a little bit of that in there. So you can see it is very kind of thin and transparent. So I don't know. I'm not sure if I like that over that or not. It's a little like gummy almost on the Clayboard.
She's so sweet. I love the tilt of her head.
Yeah, she's really, she has just a really
so
sweet face.
She's sassy.
She's so sweet.
I'm going to use a little ink instead, and I don't, I think I need a dauber. Dauber. I'm going to try it. Oh yeah, Puffer, did you hear that? Did you hear Deb said that ArtFoamies shows ink picks in stock? So this is just a little of my Daylight Super Bright ink on one of the daubers, okay, and I'm just rubbing that into the Clayboard. And if I do go over some of the other areas that have ink, it's okay. It just kind of makes it another color a little bit, and it also is you know, a little bit translucent. So I love that. And then of course you can again build up those colors by, you know, continuing to layer color on. And many of you have seen me do this with my dot to dot stamp, which I don't have right here, but that gives a nice little bit of texture. So, and like I said, you just, if you want your colors deeper, you just want to layer more color on there. So I'm just going to take this little dauber and try to sort of squish some color back through the background a bit. Of course, if you have a sponge, that's fine too. Yep, so now I'm smearing some of the wet ink that I didn't let dry. So her face and stuff still needs a little work. I don't know. I just need to obviously layer up some more colors. I still want to work on her eyebrows. Maybe even a little bit more sort of definition around her eyes. I don't know. We'll just, you know the deal. Continue to play until you get her the way that you like her. And then I also wanted to kind of just show you a couple last little things. And that is how I might, again, use my little scraper to go in and do some other, details. And remember, you don't have to leave those spaces white. You can go back and color them if you want to. You can layer color back over the top. But lots of times I like the little bright whites. Just give it. And then maybe same here, you would just do a few little, make her eyebrows look a little more eyebrowish. And you can do some other stuff, maybe even around the flowers in her hair. So just have fun with that. That's one of the things, again, that I love about being able to, work with the Clayboard. Maybe I want to give her some other little flowers as well. So fun and cute. And then of course, I do, oops, let me back out of the, zoom back out a little bit. I do feel, of course, that I can continue to paint in, more of her bodice, give her even a little bit more bright cheeks, and continue to paint in some deeper values in the background. And also, again, to continue to work the details if I feel that I want to continue, making other little changes, etc. Anyway, so I think that, my friends, is our ArtFoamies Fun Friday for our Jack and Dana Fulton Spotlight and Wendy Aspinall Bliss Angel Studios new collection. Yay! So yes, Puff says, can you use them on cloth if you have GAC 900? Yes, of course. Yes, Ginger, definitely try the Clayboard. I will let you know that you can find little pieces of Clayboard, like 4-inch flat panels, like in a pack, for pretty, because Clayboard is a little bit pricey, but you can get packages of it in small sizes on like Blick or Jerry's Artorama. If you just want to try it and experiment and play around with it. It is such a nice surface. Again, here, like this, these are the small pieces, and I just like them because you can still do all your mixed media stuff, experiment, learn, and you're not going to break the bank. So yay, thank you all so much. Come back over, come back over and say bye. There's not going to be an after party tonight because we have they still have a drive back, and we got to visit a little bit, but
he's coming.
We we'll have an after party at the end of the month, and I know that you will, of course, see Jack, Dana, and Wendy again, and me.
Getting
Okay, wait, hold on.
this.
All right, here we go.
Woo.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Thank you so
everyone.
much.
Bye-bye.
Stay safe, stay sane, and
Stay naked.
Yay.
Maybe.
thanks again. Bye, everyone. Yay.